Ooh, that's a good fish.
Ooh,
that's a good
big fish.
Yeah, reel gear's out of the way. That is a stud right there. Today I am fishing out of my home waters. I'm here in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida, and fishing Tampa Bay with a really unique crew today. We've got Michaela and Camden Galileo, who are actually our 2022 Real Animals Junior Pro Staff Summer Fishing Tournament winners. And then I brought along my first mate on a regular charter basis is Josh Johnson, who is just now too old to be eligible to fish in the Real Animals Junior Pro Staff, but he has been part of the Junior Pro Staff over the years. And I'm really excited because anytime you can get the opportunity to get on the water with some kids, especially kids like these that have such an incredible passion for the outdoors and a passion for fishing, it makes for a great Real Animals adventure. You know, it's kind of my normal routine here, you know, when I get the chance to fish here on my home waters, you know, my home marina, loading up the boat with my first mate, Josh, and getting out on the water and going to catch a live well full of pilchards is just what we do, you know, almost on a daily basis here. So, you know, it's the norm. It's the regular, you know, daily grind, the daily routine. But again, you know, this one's got we know we got some really special people coming on the boat with us today. So there's a little extra a bounce in our step. Today I am fishing my home waters of Tampa Bay. We're actually in the South St. Pete area out of my home marina, O'Neill's Marina. And this is going to be one of my favorite days of the year on the water because I've got these two with me, Camden and Michaela. They're our Junior Pro Staff Tournament winners from 2022. We always spend a day on the water with them. Got my good friend here, my full-time mate, Josh Johnson, with me as well. So we're gonna do a little trout fishing, some bluefish, maybe chase some snook around, see if you guys catch me some redfish, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, sound like a good idea? We got great weather. It's a beautiful day. Can't wait to see what the good Lord gives us. Reel. Oh boy, get us on the board, nice and easy. Yeah, boy, I got it. You fish. Put that one back in that corner. Yeah, boy. Yeah, bring him on this side. Atta boy. It was nice of Michaela to let you catch the first one, huh? She's just being polite, you know that? That's how this is gonna work. She's gonna be nice to you for a little bit and then it's gonna be on. That's a bull bait, buddy. You're not gonna snap it. Good job, atta boy. First fish of the morning. A little snookalicious. Huh? Atta boy. Wanna give it a kiss? Atta boy. Atta boy. All right, there's an opener. Atta boy. You're up next, Michaela.
Way to get the skunk out of the boat, buddy.
You know, the game plan was kind of just to follow the bite that Josh and I had been on over the last week and a half or so. You know, we had been catching a few really nice speckled trout on some of the area grass flats. And the snook bite had been pretty good. We were catching a redfish or two, so I wasn't sure whether or not that was going to happen today, but I felt pretty confident that we could probably get into some nice speckled trout and then catch, you know, these kids a handful of snook and maybe even a good one if we were lucky. So that was kind of the approach that Josh and I took to the whole day. That's a little better trout right there. That's a little better trout right there. That's what we want right there. Yep. Actually, I want you to throw this. You want to throw this jig?
Let me grab him.
I think that's what we ought to do.
Good one.
That's a little bit of trout right there. That mirror lure, Marshmallow Jr., pretty tough to beat. So the last couple of weeks, the trout bite's been pretty good. There's been some bluefish mixed in. There's been some, a lot of small trout, but some days you'll get into some 18 to 22 inches. So just in case, I went ahead and rigged up some rods with jig heads last night, just to be ready, just in case. And the first couple of casts I made caught a little one, then a pretty good sized one. So of course, the junior pro staffers up there wanted to use whatever was working. So we got the MirrOlure marshmallow out here, just trying to cover some water and see what kind of numbers we have out here on the flat. You got him.
That's a trout.
It is a trout.
That's trout.
I thought there was some trout.
Well, there is some snook in here too, but you catching the trout. Where's the de-hooker? There, boy. Got to keep your line a little bit tight.
Nice trout.
So you got that big bend in there. It's interesting, and it's not just with kids, it's with adults as well, but you kind of, being a charter captain and watching people fish, when you have a hook set like Camden has, almost immediately that he's got some serious bass fishing in his blood, in his genes. It's part of who he is. And it's what makes him so tough in this tournament. This is the second year in a row that Camden's been on the winning side of this thing. Michaela happened to be here with him this year, but the year before it was just Camden who won the tournament. And you can see it. I mean, he's passionate about it. He doesn't want that fish to get away. And when he goes to set the hook, you better be paying attention. If you aren't, you might catch one for sure. So Camden, what was your favorite part about the Real Animals Junior Pro staff? What did we do right? What did we do wrong?
Going out and catching the fish and measuring them, and there's a lot of saltwater fish on the list and one freshwater,
Right.
which I like. And all the fish you put on the list was the ones that I really liked to catch.
Okay, good deal. What was your favorite fish from the tournament? Do you remember?
The bass.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. You like to you fish with shiners? You fish with artificials?
Artificials.
What's your favorite artificial?
To a ribbit, topwater frog, or a curly tail rubber worm.
Okay. The one mistake that a lot of people make when they're fishing with kids is they try to go for these, you can go for really big fish and that's great, but a lot of times, sitting on big fish, especially in an estuary like Tampa Bay, it takes a lot of patience, and that's not normally a huge asset for kids this age.
Should I let him eat it longer?
Oh, there you go. I think you're doing just fine. I think you're doing just fine, buddy. With cut baits, you got to feel that thump, and we got a circle hook on there, so you got to kind of reel when you feel. It's hard. People
He came off.
People want to set the hook all the time, and that's hard. You don't have to set the hook with a circle hook. When you reel, it catches them right in the corner of the mouth. These fish, the bite isn't great today. As you can tell, we've been working really hard all morning to catch fish. That means they're not eating really good. We are getting them to eat this cut bait, but they're not really hammering it, so that's why we're losing some. But you got to hook them. You're hooking them and jumping them. These kids are pretty good anglers, and they're fishy, and they do have some patience. But I always try to just, it kind of slid me into just daily guide mode, where I just had some kids on the boat and we were just going fishing. I was looking to bend a rod, put a smile on their face, get them a day where they didn't have to think about too much. They could kind of just enjoy the Tampa Bay waters and catch some fish. Oh, she got one. Kayla's got one.
There you go.
Good one?
Swing your rod tip to your left there. Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go, a little troutski.
Looks like a trout, only smaller. Ate that little marshmallow. Jeez. Bait's almost as big as him. Come here.
Kayla's on the board.
Come here.
Got a bite?
There he goes.
I'm gonna put us up again. Let's move up to, oh, never mind. All right.
A little Troutski.
Another little Troutski. Another boy.
There you go.
Here, use the D hooker.
There you go. All right, good to go.
Don't mirror lure marshmallow, it's deadly. Good job, guys. You know what's interesting about speckled trout, especially again when you look at the tide chart and you have this creepy incoming tide, it tends to trigger me towards artificial baits because you need to cover water. You need to put your baits in front of as many fish as possible to try to see which ones may be in the mood to eat. You know the bite's not going to be fast and furious because the tide's not dictating that. You know, mirror lure just a go-to for me all the time, especially the Marshmallow Junior. You know, on a 1/4 ounce jig head, something I could make sure, you know, staying in that strike zone, that first 10 inches above the grass, where those trout like to sit and just attack baits that come over their head. You know, and then finally, that's kind of how we got that trout bite to work with us a little bit, was making that change to artificials and covering that water. So Michaela, what was your favorite part about the Real Animals Junior Pro Staff? Tournament, the goodie bag, just being part of the team. What was your favorite part?
The tournament was a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Gives me a good chance to like connect with people.
Okay, cool.
Like Josh and you and a bunch of different people. And it was just a lot of fun all around.
Good. What was your favorite fish that you caught in the tournament? Do you remember?
Snook.
The snook? Mm-hmm. I'll bet you caught a good one if I remember right? Big
33.
33 inches. Nice. That's your biggest ever?
37 is my biggest.
Oh, 33 wasn't even your biggest. Nice. Yep. Well, it's good. I sure enjoyed having you on the team, and you know, I'm glad to have you back on the 2023 team as well. Oh yeah, you got back hooked. You know, it was great to, you know, to get that one kind of signature fish of the day. You know, we were hoping to get a big snook in there somewhere, and you know, Michaela got the bite, and you know, I was so proud of her because she did everything the right way that you're supposed to do. You know, she fought the fish, she got it boat side. You know, the big smile on her face just made the whole day for me just absolutely worth it. You know, we caught quite a few of the 24, 25, 26 inch snook, but to get her, you know, the big 31 incher was really special. And again, you could kind of see it on her face. She kind of lit up and she had a little, you know, strut in her step after that. And it was fun to watch. She's a great little angler, and I was super proud of her watching her get that fish boat side. Ooh, that's a good fish.
Ooh,
that's a good fish. Yeah, reel gears out of the way. Out of the way. Oh.
That is a monster.
It's a good fish. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Let it run. It's on the flat. It's on the flat, so it doesn't matter. It ain't hurting nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna see the boat and get real grouchy. Sure looked like a better fish. Oh yeah, big fish. Had a girl. Patient up there. You were so patient up there. That's one of the things that most youngsters lack just a little bit, is just patience, just being able to just sit calmly and wait for that bite. Nice and easy. Walk around back if you have to. You don't have to horse it. Let it tire itself out, but just keep that rod bent. You want to put that pressure on, that tires them out, okay? That is a stud right there. Look at you. What's your biggest?
37.
Oh yeah, this one might not be there, but it's a good one.
Big. Look at him.
Cool, huh?
Yes.
That's a big smile you got on your face.
The biggest snook I caught in a while.
It makes these kids really, really fun to fish with because they're great anglers. They're both very patient and passionate about what they do. The bite's been real tough here this morning, but Mikala and Camden both just kind of sticking with it. And then if you do that, a lot of times it'll pay off, just like that. You gotta always baby these big breeders like this. It's a beautiful fish. A lot of people still taking these fish home to the table here in the Tampa Bay area, and it's really sad because, you know, we catch a lot of small ones and just a couple of big beautifuls like this a trip. Sometimes you don't even catch them every trip, so to me it's much better if we can release this one, let her have another incredible spawn. Atta girl. Thank you so much. Woo, where's Michaela? Come on, give me some, girl.
I'm looking.
Nice fish. That was
Right here?
awesome. Good job. Woo. All right, your turn there, Camden. Good job, young lady.
Thank you.
Nice. Hey gang, today's Real Animals tackle box, the kids and I are using one of my favorite rods of all time. It's the Real Animals Signature Series Bull Bay 7'2" 6 to 15 pound rated rod. This thing is medium fast action. It's super light. It's great for throwing jigs. It's great for throwing live bait. I love the versatility of this rod. We're using the Battle 3 DX. It's absolutely an incredible reel from Penn. One of my favorite reels they've come out with. I even step up in my tarpon gear with this same reel just because it does such a great job. We're using 10-pound vicious braid with a 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. Today, when that tide wasn't moving good, we really needed to go to the cut bait, and it worked really good. And I think what helped us a bunch was this little setup right here, the old 1/4 ounce egg sinker, our 2/0 Mutu light circle hook. Was just a phenomenal setup. Again, we use this same rod and reel combo, the 10-pound vicious braid, the 25-pound vicious fluorocarbon leader, when we were throwing the mirror lure Marshmallow Juniors as well. But for the cut bait, this is kind of a unique way to do it. A lot of times those fish, when that bait's sitting on the bottom, they can pick this bait up. They can kind of swim off with it, get that circle hook turned in their mouth before they even really feel the weight, which is kind of a nice setup when you're on a tough bite like we were on today. So, you know, this setup right here, the Penn Battle 3 DX 3000, perfect size reel for trout, snook, redfish, all those things we were fishing for inshore today. The Real Animals Signature Series Bull Bay rod, 7'2". I love the versatility of this rod. This setup right here, this is all you need to go and do what the kids and I did today. Get yourself hooked up, rigged up, and get out there and catch some fish. You know, Josh is a special kid. We got introduced through a mutual friend, and you know, Josh's dream is to be a charter boat captain of his own someday, a fishing guide. And I, you know, as much as I try to talk him out of that, he sure seems to have a passion for it, and he's really good at it. You know, there's been many trips here over the last couple years that he's been mating for me that he's been able to help me think of things that we hadn't tried yet. On tough days. He's kind of the patient one, and I'm not very patient, so we've had times when, you know, I wanted to move, and he's like, hey, relax. You just give me a couple minutes. We're going to catch another one here. And, you know, lo and behold, he's right. So a lot of that is instincts, and he's got great instincts, incredible passion for it. He's a great family behind him that have raised a really great young man, and he's a ton of fun to fish with on a daily basis. So it was fun to have him on the boat with us today. Atta girl. Woo! There you go. You caught fire. She caught fire. That's a better fish too. Got a little weight to it. That one felt good. All right. Camden, you're up, buddy. You're up. It's your turn, kiddo. You just trying to be a gentleman? No, not totally. Attaboy. Is that what it was? I thought you were being a gentleman, but you were just trying to, you want to bring him over here to your right. There you go. Good job. Oh boy. You got this one?
Yeah, I can get him.
I'll get her set up.
It's a good fish. Good fish. Ooh. Yeah. Good one. How about that line sider, huh?
You know, again, in my 25 years or so of fishing professionally here in Florida, the Real Animals Junior Pro Staff is probably the one thing that I'm most proud of. And it's really the kids that make me feel that way, because being blessed to have the opportunity to do what I'm able to do for a living is pretty special. And having the opportunity to then kind of bring the sport that I love to these kids and share it with them and see their passion for it is really what it's all about. Hats off to Camden and Michaela, Josh. They're all great young anglers, and I'm anxious to see what their future is in fishing, because I think it's bright. They're all just really great anglers and really great people.
Wow!